Good morning, beautiful people. How are you today? Joanna's made it just in time. Let's see. Word said it had an update, so I restarted it. So I need to open my document again. Let's see. I did not have time yesterday to plan out the next chapter, but I'm pretty sure I know where it's going. I mean, I know for sure where it's going, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I know which step I need to take next. So I think I'm just going to do it. I think I'm ready. It's a little scary. How are you doing this morning, Joanna? Maybe she can't hear me. Can you hear me, Joanna? We can't hear you. Yay, technology always being our friend. Let's see who's on real quick while Joanna's fixing her sound. We have Alicia on. Good morning. Let's see. She is here a little more awake than yesterday, pulling up the documents now. Excellent, excellent. I was doing that as well, and I'm all open and ready to go. On to chapter 17. Let's see. And Christina joined us with all of the wonderful reminders. Thank you very much. I did take my meds already. I was such a good girl. You're so proud of me. I did not walk this morning, though. I keep not going to bed on time. I'm trying. But I'm definitely not going to bed on time. So I need to try a little harder because if I can't go to bed on time, I cannot get up earlier to go for a walk. I just need this. I could do because I have the peer pressure. I don't have the peer pressure for the walk, and just so tired. And I have no one to blame but me. I just need to go to bed. I just wanted to read some more last night. I didn't get enough reading time yesterday. So I felt cheated. So I'm like, I'm going to read some more. And then I cheat myself by not walking. I'm an old lady. I should know better. And I still can't get this brain to obey. I don't know what to tell you. I guess some of us never quite grow up all the way. Let's see. Alicia says, I'm wondering if adding another perspective would help with the story or just keep it with one perspective. That's one of those things you're going to have to decide, Alicia, by doing the story. What are your goals for the story?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Woohoo, it worked. Excellent. Those aren't headphones of yours. They're stubborn.
I really am thinking about buying another set because I constantly am having to mess around with them. So
Are they wireless?
They are wireless, which is nice. But I mean, it's my first wireless set, and I'm a cheapie, so that might be the problem.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Yeah, the stuff's too expensive. This mic was a little over $200, but that was 5 years ago. So it's about time to get a new one. But I mean, $200 5 years, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, and I have a nice mic that I've used like twice.
Yeah.
But I don't understand all the audio visual stuff. Like
Oh, I don't either. Again, I've been doing this for 5 years.
Completely, and I keep hoping Philip will understand it, but Philip is otherwise distracted right now, so I am not messing with him too much.
He's going old school, he's gone back to woodwork. Forget electronics.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, he does IT all day. He doesn't want to have to deal with it when he comes home. So,
well, it's also not the same world, right? So that's why when Kevin tries to, go through and he has to do a lot of research about this because this kind of, audio video thing is not IT. So
right.
It's a different thing.
And Philip will go down a rabbit hole and then he'll be like, do you know what I learned about that? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Just fix my problem.
No, the problem I have is Kevin's like, I could totally fix it. I need $1,200. I'm like, no. That's the problem we have.
I get that.
Uh, let's see. Alicia says it is mostly the MC's path to enter into the racing world and making her way to saving her dad. But as of right now, I have no love interest. There's no real distraction or obstacle. Oh, so it's not that you need a second perspective. You just need a second plot line. That's normal. So, and if you've written this in first person, don't do a second perspective. Trust me, you can ask Joanna all about that. Unless you strictly want this to be if the love story is the main point of the book, then you need the female and the male, or female and female, whatever you need the two people in the relationship. They both need their perspective, and it's okay if they're in first person. But if it's not a romance, which it sounds like this is not a romance, it sounds like what you need is the second plot. So you need, that's what you're feeling. You're like, I'm missing something, and so you just need that. There's not just one plot in a book. There's the main plot, but you have different, little other things going on. You have her dad, right? So that's another plot. Now you want the love interest. That's another subplot, right? So, good morning, Charles. Good morning. Good to see you. We're excited. We are excited to be here today. Coffee and cheers. Cheers, Christina. All right. Poor Zapho's trying to sleep. All right. I'm going to start our first sprint. What do you think, Joanna? Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. I'm going to hit the half-hour timer. All right, Alicia, you got this. Here we go. All right. First sprint is done. It's nice being in this part of the book where I can just write. And I forgot to tell you I started at 36,633. And I have now written 500 words. So not bad. I will take it. And how about you, Joanna? Oops, I gotta hit the timer.
Oh goodness. Where
That
has
good,
my
huh?
calculator gone? There it is. I can't do the maths. The maths don't function.
I mean, I'm estimating big hundreds, right? Like I'm not like doing the exact amounts.
Yeah, but I can't be trusted. All right. Had a little bit of a distraction at the beginning, but I still got 371 words written this time around. I'm still trying to finish this monster of a chapter, which I am going to end up splitting in two. I looked at it again and I was like, yeah, the second part of this is so long, it's its own chapter. There's no reason to kind of. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to do that. But I was just too tired when we streamed last night to work on this. Like I had to work on something else because this requires absolute attention.
I understand. That's why I started these morning things. I tried to write in the evenings over and over and over and over again, and I just can't
Yeah,
do it. By the time it becomes evening, I am just too tired.
I was
So,
completely wiped yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna slug through, getting some other stuff done. We're gonna do it, but I was not even jazzy last night. There's nothing left.
yeah, yeah. That's why in the evenings I'll read, and in the mornings I write. So,
Mhm. That's what I'm gonna do tonight. Tonight's a reading
and in
night.
the afternoons I edit. There's always more.
Yeah.
I mean, my life is words. I've set it up this way, and you know what? I'm good with it. It's all right. There are worse
You
things for
seem
your life to be
happy.
about.
Yeah.
Uh, uh. Let's see. Tea Leaf joined us. Yay! Hello, Tea Leaf. We were not complete without you. You just need Dharma to join. Come on, Dharma. Let's see. Tea Leaf got here right after we started the sprint, so just went straight into it. Good job. There you go. Um, got 431 words in. I have a total of 16,045. Oh yeah, we are rocking it, man. We are a bunch of writing crazy people, and I love us. Alicia's eating breakfast and wrote 568 words. Excellent, excellent. Greg, 757 words. Woo, way to knock it out of the park. Good job. Trying to deceive the reader while putting all the real information out there where they won't notice it. Hey, it's your specialty, Greg. It's your specialty.
Very
And I'll be
nice.
like,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was just gonna say very nice, Greg.
It's very nice. Greg is working on a super secret project too, so it'll be fun. Not the thing he's writing right now. I mean, another super secret project, and I'm very excited about it. Alicia broke the 32K mark. Woohoo!
Good. Beth wrote,
Thank
she
you.
said she only got 145. Technology and tummy troubles were slowing her down on this first sprint.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Could she not figure out how to subscribe yet?
Well, she's subscribed, but it won't let her chat. She can see the chat, but there's no box for her.
It's at the she might have to scroll. Sometimes if the screen is weird, you might have to scroll to the bottom to get to where the little chat thing is.
Yeah, she has. We've refreshed the browser. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, I don't either. That's really weird.
We've been working on it. We'll keep working on it.
Because
Figure it
sometimes there'll
out.
like be an ad or something at the top, so you got to scroll, like not just the bottom of the chat, but like move the screen. So you might have to move the screen and not the chat box itself. Yeah. And there's different also like at the bottom of the player of the video, there's different modes. So hitting a different mode might pull it up, so it works better for her as well. Tea Leaf recommends we start the computer. Well, after sprints, because even though we can't see you in chat, Joanna's translating for us, and we want to get work done first, right? So we don't want to use the tech problems as an excuse not to write. So let's get the writing done, but then tomorrow maybe just restart the computer and see if that works, because we all want to support you. It's more fun when you get to be in chat where we're all here for you. So awesome. All right. I love that Greg joins us in the morning to get some writing done too.
Yeah.
So I said the whole point is let's write a little bit before work, right? Let's get this in, which is literally what I am also doing since this is, my side gig. So,
Yeah.
oh, The Nice Dragons finished last. I know. I've been wanting to read it for so long. So I'm finally going to start it next month. I'll read the first book next month, and I want to get that series done. It's the series I'm going to use for the book that has 4 or more. I think it says 6 or 7. I can't remember. So it's not that long in that series. And I'm going to use it for the Here Kid series Staircase, where it's 4 or more books. So I'm like, yay, finally an excuse to read it. It's been on my Goodreads TBR since like 2016, 2017, something like that, like a long time. So very much looking forward to it.
My TBR gets longer and longer every day we talk because
look, I have almost 2,000 on mine. I think Christina has like a lot more than that. So I mean, it doesn't on Goodreads. It's just hitting like add to my TBR. It's not a huge deal, So, but Nice Dragons finished last. Also, it's on KU and it's indie published. So I really like that too. So it's really cool to have that kind of, to help participate in that way. And I think the first one's pretty short. It's more novella. Yeah, it's under 300 pages. And then the other ones are regular, like 300 to 400. But yeah, I've been wanting to read it for a really long time. I mean, look, it is indie published. It was published in 2014. And it has 4.11 on Goodreads, which
That's
is
amazing.
really nice. I mean, that's really high for Goodreads. So I've been dying to read this series. It is YA, so I have no idea what the tolerance. Sometimes YA, I'm like, yay, and sometimes I'm like, ugh. Like this one's YA too. I just started. It was a random pick for my TBR, and I'm loving it so far. So it just depends on how much, oh no, I wish he loved me kind of BS is in there, because that stuff I didn't want to read that when I was a teenager. So it depends. I understand it's realistic and that works for YA and people like it. That's great. But that kind of YA, it's not for me. By the way, that kind of romance isn't for me either, even when they're adults doing the same thing. Ugh, gives me a headache. Let's see. Yes. Love writing in the mornings too, Alicia says. Yep. And Alicia says my TBR is never ending. Mine too. I'm apparently going to live forever because that's the only way I'm going to get through even half of these books, even half of them. I mean, I'm at this point, I'm reading over 100 a year, and I'm still never going to get through my TBR. It's just not going to happen. Because on my TBR too, I don't put whole series in, right? Like I put the first book. So even though it's like almost 2,000, there's a lot more books on there. Let's see. Alicia, that's why I created my reading challenge. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's why I started my own TBR game as well. Same reason. And my TBR game is custom made to read my books, right? So that's why it's nice to make your own TBR game so that I can make sure that the goals I have are the ones that my TBR is helping me achieve. Ooh, my hand hurts. Alicia says, I've outgrown the YA romances, but adult is a whole nother ball game. Yep, 100%. I agree. Because the adult ones, they've gotten a lot more complicated. And I really do mean complicated because it's not just, just lust. Unless, you're just reading, monster smut, which is also fine. I have no issue with it when you know what you're getting, right?
Yeah, as long as you know what you're getting.
Yep, no issue at all. Those are very simple, right?
But otherwise, something. Yeah, because I will DNF in a heartbeat if I feel tricked. Like that's one of the only times I will DNF. If I feel like I have been misled, I'm just gonna be like, no, man, you're wasting. No.
Yeah, this is not what you told me it was gonna be.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yep. That's why when people come to our table and they're always like, "Ooh, do you have anything spicy?" and I never say, "Sure, it's right here," right? Like I never lied to them, right? I always tell them.
No.
I can't tell you how many people have come to me, even at the last event we were at, and they said, "Yeah, well, I wanted to buy this for my teenager," and I told them it was for my teenager, and I said, "Is this, safe?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's great." And they saw them, and it was not. There was like a whole lot of very spicy scenes in there. I'm like, why? See, this is my problem with the indie published world is everyone doesn't follow the rules. And by the rules, I just mean be honest with your readers.
Yeah,
Don't
that's a quick way to go from friends to enemies.
I'm like, what are you doing? She's buying it for her 12-year-old and you have sex on page and you didn't warn her? Because quite frankly, I'm still like, parents can decide what they want, but they need to know what it is they're getting. So you
Yeah.
have to tell them. Ugh, drives me batty. So, let's see. Christine says sometimes I put the whole series on there, sometimes just the first one. Well, I never know. I might read the first one and hate it, right? My husband added another layer to my reading challenge. Oh, did he, Alicia? Christina says I may have a problem. We all have a problem. It's all right, Christina. We're all there with you. Let's see. Christina says not sure about monster smut, but Charles and I are enjoying the alien smut. I mean, Ice Planet Barbarians was pretty good, and I went and looked. I'd only read the first 4. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have like 15 left to go. I might not read them all. I think 4, satisfied my curiosity about alien smut. All right, Tea Leaf, I'm going to go back to your thing. Oh, speaking of games, that's where I'm going to start next sprint. So next break. So next break, I will come back to that chat because we are going to jump back in and do our second sprint first. Let's keep this momentum going. And here we go. And moving right along. That was end of sprint 2. How did everyone do today? Well, and we've got another sprint to go. So that sprint or total, I do my total for the day. What am I at? 3, 7, 5, 9. Ooh, I have 900 words in. Nice. Apparently I did know where this section was going. I definitely didn't need the outline. I'm very excited. We're definitely at that part where things are like happening fast. How about you, Joanna? How'd you do? Oh, you know what? I think I muted you. Sorry, because you hadn't muted, and so I muted. Let me unmute you. There you go.
Not bad. I finished that chapter. I got the last 121 words in, and now I'm splitting and fixing and doing the things so that I can move on to the next chapter.
I'll say in order to do you have to be signed into YouTube.
Yeah, I told her.
So we have to.
She's responded. She might just be focusing on the words and like, I'm going to deal with it later.
Which is great. That's great for them. Like I said, solve this problem later, right? Right now is for getting words.
She did just text and say she got 349 words.
Yeah, nicely done, Beth. Let's see. And Tea Leaf, I'm going to scan back up real quick to do these comments. So Tea Leaf said, speaking of games, remember the TBW game thing? Yeah, the to be written. I did decide to try to sort of remake what that other YouTuber did. I basically filled everything with word counts and various sprints. Ooh, I like that. That's what I want to do, right? Like I need word counts. Like, all right, you're going to write 300 words. All right, 300 words. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing would work much better for me. So that's really cool. You have to let me know how it works, Tea Leaf. And do you have videos? I have to check. If you do videos, let me know because I would love to see that too. Let's see. Greg said there's a whole lot of people who will say whatever it takes to get the sale, never mind the bad taste that will leave in readers' mouths. Totally aside from being dishonest, it's bad long-term strategy. Now that person hates you. Yeah, and then they tell other people, right? So that's the other thing, right? Word of mouth is most of our business. So don't do that. That's why when we're at a table, Joanna's been, she's sold with our company. So when we're at the table and stuff, we ask people what they like to read so we can show them what we have that will fit that. And if we don't have anything, we tell them, because we don't just sit there and just sell our book. Right? Like if they don't want to read paranormal thriller and they only read YA fantasy, then why am I going to tell them to buy my book? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So we're looking for readers, right? Not just a sale of a book.
Honesty is the best policy. Always, always, always.
Yep. And even if you're like, oh, but I know you're going to like my book and you're honest about what your book is, if they don't read that genre, you're still just wasting your time. They might even buy it just to be nice, but that doesn't mean they're going to read it. That doesn't mean they're going to review it, that they're not going to tell their friends about it. So, you might just get that sale. I know people who do that, who will buy just to support, right? Which is great. I do that sometimes too. So I'm not saying don't do it. What I'm saying is there's no point in like really pushing it to that kind of fan, right? This is a long-term strategy, not an initial. If they're like, no, I don't really like paranormal. Well, don't say no, but I swear mine's good. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yep.
I mean, don't refuse a sale. They're like, yeah, I want your book. Don't be like, no, you're not going to like it. That's different, right?
I'm okay if someone buys my book and it's still pristine at their estate sale someday. You know, maybe some great grandchild will like it. I don't know.
Yeah, as long as it was their idea to support and they wanted it, not because they, were talked into a lie. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Yes, IBP is the one we were reading. Tea Leaf sounds good. Let's go. Oh yeah, that's for the sprint. And Alicia, I have to read my book to earn money and wrapped books, but then I have to read 5 wrapped books to unlock the money. But if I have a series, I wrap it as one. I mean, I get part of that, but not all of it. I'll watch the video and it will make sense. I don't wrap series all as one though, because what if I don't like the first book? I'm not going to read anymore. And plus, as long as I start this series, then it goes in my series jar so that I can finish it, right? So that way I can pick them up randomly. But I do always prioritize a series. Otherwise, you're never getting anything done, right? You're just always picking some. So I have one series that's priority, and I'm going to read, this series till the end. That's the one that I'm currently reading till the end, or to catch up if it's not over yet. And then here I pick up random, so I get other ones. Did I tell you, Joanna, this time for some odd reason, I have 4 book 2s in series on my TBR this month. It's the weirdest thing. I'm like, "How did that happen?" So, yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, we took care of the muted problem, no problem. Yeah, so when Alicia gets it up, and yeah, Alicia, when you get it up, you can post it in here too. And challenge starts September 1st. So you need to wrap the books this week. I mean, that sounds like a fun thing to do in the middle, either listening to an audiobook or just, watching TV. I like wrapping. Do you like wrapping things, Joanna?
I do.
Me too. I love
I
to
once
wrap.
got grounded. I think it was like probably 4. This was pre-kindergarten
Mhm.
because we went into the walk-in attic and we were wrapping everything with the Christmas paper and tape that was in there. We had been quiet. We'd been in there for like 2 hours, me and my sister. My mom came in and like everything was wrapped and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know." And so we had to like sit on our beds and have lunch in our bed and then take naps because we weren't allowed. I mean, I don't know. I mean, my parents were special, but
Yeah, apparently, because I would have been like, seriously? All right, clean it up.
well, I mean, isn't that kind of cute? Like we're just in there making Christmas in the attic.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I
but
just don't.
whatever.
I'd be like, "Yep, that's really cute. Clean it up. That's it." I wouldn't have punished you. I mean, y'all
Yeah,
were entertaining yourself, and you didn't hurt a dang thing,
I know.
or anyone
I mean,
else.
it's probably the first time I ever ate in my bed, and so that's the lesson I learned. It's wonderful to have lunch in bed and take a nap. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But yes, I do like
Um,
to wrap things.
let's see. Ren joined us. Said hello, hello, Ren. Good to see you. Welcome in. She wants to finish reading The Wind Weaver by Julie Johnson, or at least get through it. She's on page 200 of 522. You got this. I don't think you're going to finish it unless you really read fast, because we only have one sprint left. But you can make a dent. You can make a dent. And Dharma joined us. Good morning. This is their week off. That's why we haven't seen you. And you've come down with something. Oh no! Sore
No,
throat, achy, chills, really on your week off? I mean, that's just not fair. It's
isn't
not
that
fair.
how it always goes?
It's not fair or perfect timing. It
Mhm.
depends on how you're looking at
Yeah,
it, right?
it does really depend,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah. And saying hi. Alicia got a tiny bit distracted in the beginning of that sprint, but managed 608 words. Also, both 33K. Nice. Greg's at 1525 total. Oh,
go, Greg, go.
Greg and Alicia. There now they've got competition. See, we were in competition for Alicia, but Greg's getting you. There you go. Let's see,
Alicia
Dharma.
with 10,000 words a week. It's
I
amazing.
know. It's fantastic. Dharma is when I did shows, I just talk with them about what they like to read. Yeah, exactly. Even if it's not what I write, but no hard selling. Exactly, Dharma. That's exactly the trick, right? And sometimes they'll still just buy a book because they like you. And
Yeah.
like I said, I won't refuse the sale, you know what I mean? But it still helps pay for the table and stuff like that. But that's not why I'm there, you know? So apps 100% always talk. And because I love to read too, so we could talk about other books. We do that as well.
Some of my favorite sales are people who I'm just chatting with and they're like, "Tell me about your book." They're just, they're being sweet. And
They're
then
just
they're
being
like,
nice.
"Oh, well, I have a niece who would probably like that. Let me buy that for her." I mean, and I'm always like, "Okay, do you want me to write it to her?" I've had people buy my book that's just like, "I'm just going to give it away, so don't put a name in it." I mean, I am so low key. Like I'm not going to be aggressive I mean, yeah, do I want to sell it? I want to do all the things, but not at the expense of my integrity and quite honestly my comfort level because
Mhm.
super introvert here and I'm a writer, not a salesperson. I am not an extrovert. It's not going to happen. So plus brain fog. I'm going to lose my words halfway through. I mean, sorry. I'm just
Yeah,
too
that's the same thing. That's what we always talk, because I don't lie, and I don't lie because of moral reasons. I don't lie because I can't keep track of them. That's too much work, man. People that
It
like con
is.
people for a living, that is a lot of work. I don't know how they do
Yeah.
it. There's
You're not
no
gonna trip
way.
me in my own plot hole.
Exactly. I was like, no, I can't. I can't keep up with that. It's one of those things I learned very young, right? At like 4 or 5. I'm like, yeah, this is not worth it.
Yeah. I mean, if you get grounded for wrapping the attic, I suppose lying is gonna be pretty severe.
Exactly. Also, I'm going to take a lot of pictures before I made you clean it up. Alicia, just a couple more comments. We'll do our last sprint. So Alicia says, I think my husband's goal is to get me to read more of my books than buying books. I agree. That's what my game does. That's why I have to earn going to the store. So that's the same thing. So if you have to read books before you can buy them, that makes sense to me too. Alicia does not have a wrench. No wrench in her plan. She's good to go. Gregory, I've got to run, unfortunately, but good luck on Sprint 3, everyone. Thanks, Greg. You're awesome. We will see you tomorrow, I hope. All right, last sprint, guys. Last sprint. Let's make the magic happen.
See you in 30.
And that was it, folks. 3 sprints in the books. We are moving along nicely. I ended up with 3, 7, 8, 1,200 words. Yep, almost exactly. It's 1,214 words to be exact. So not so bad. I'm almost done with this scene. I have maybe 3 paragraphs left, and I will be done with this scene, not this chapter though, and then I will do the next scene for the chapter. So I will get that going tomorrow. How'd you do, Joanna?
I got 146 words as I'm revising a chapter. So a total of 638 new words this morning.
Nice, nice.
But 2 chapters revised, so no complaints there.
Sorry, I just realized what Alicia meant when she said she didn't have a wrench. She meant that she wasn't a moderator. So I think I just made you a moderator, Alicia, so that you can add your links. Nicely done, Joanna. Yay, we're rocking it, man.
Yep.
Let's see. Greg had to run, unfortunately, but good luck on sprint 3. Tea Leaf is ending her sprints now at 16,824. Forgot to add up words after the second sprint, so it's something like 700 words. I mean, it's just kind of a guideline, right? It makes sense. And notice I don't do it per sprint. For me, it's really the entire day. What did I do this day? That matters for me. So it just has to depend on you. And notice earlier I wasn't even counting words. It was progress in revisions.
Yeah.
So
Beth got 337 words in sprint 3 for a total of 831 words this morning. So that's really
that
good.
is beautiful, Beth. Beautiful. You're gonna make that deadline. You're gonna do it. Let's see. Well, I don't know how close you are. You're gonna have to keep writing if you if September
She's gonna
1st.
come
Really
over here today with her laptop, and we're gonna figure out this YouTube problem.
Yes, I do not understand. And by the way, I
That's what we
understand the
need to
Google
do.
sign in out. You do have to sign into Google for your YouTube account, but
Yeah,
then
we did
then
that
that
this
should
morning.
work. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
So
what's going on. We'll
I
figure it
don't
out.
either. I'm so sorry. Where was I? Oh, and Tea Leaf needs to get a drink really quick, coughing and started hiccuping. Oh no! Well, we will see you tomorrow, Tea Leaf. Thank you for being here. And Alicia, I had a phone call from my dad about his appointment this morning, about his diagnosis. Oh, I'm sorry. See, he needs you. He needs you. That's why. But I managed to write 264 words. Notice I was interrupted by Benny, so I don't know if y'all saw it or not. So Benny came home. But I wrote 1,308 words total, putting document at 33,207. Beautiful. And Christina finished her book. Yay! Your family's going to be happy because now the next person gets to read it. Are you first on the list? I don't remember if you're first or where you are in the, because her entire family is reading the series, so they're sharing. Let's see. And Alicia, yay, I feel the power of the wrench. She'll have some power.
Wonderful.
Nice. And now Christina's going to read the book club book. Yay! Yeah, I should finish that today. Though I don't want to, I'm going to take this book with me to get my nails done. I have to go get my toenails done so they are all set for Dragon Con. I've been doing them myself for like a year, but I need a pro to get in there and really shape them pretty, and then I'll do them myself a year again. So we're going to get a pro to get in there and make my toenails all pretty right before Dragon Con. Let's see. Thanks for hosting today. Kelly and Joanna, have a beautiful day. Thank you, Christina. And thank you, Alicia and Tea Leaf and Dharma and Greg and Christina and Beth and everyone for showing up. So
Beth sent one more message. She said, I'm at 73,784 words on the manuscript, wrapping up loose ends and trying to stick the romantic ending.
Perfect. You are going to make your deadline then. You are right there. That is beautiful. Excellent, excellent. Can't wait. I'm excited. That'll be fun. Alicia, yeah, dad needs me. He has been given the diagnosis of possible colon cancer. Oh no. But they don't know what stage. They think they caught it early, but not sure. Oh, let's hope so. We are all hoping that they caught it early, because if they can
Yeah.
catch it early, man, they can just wipe it out. So let's just, we are all going to be hoping for that right now, Alicia. That's right. I wish I had the healing kitten thing that Paula uses, but yeah, that we're all going to be wishing for that. Christina, I am first, but that was book 8, and Cut is next, but on book 5. Tight now. I was speeding through. You are. You're like, I'm gonna give you some leeway. We're gonna give you some leeway. He already read the book club book though, so you gave him some leeway, so you can now read the book club book. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, and the book club, quick reminder, that is this Friday at 8 p.m. Central. We are reading A Good Running Away, which I don't have on me because I was reading it over there. So we're reading A Good Running Away. You can check out our the announcement for that is in the stream. So Shore Leave Book Club, it's our very first meeting. Kevin Petway will be there. I have questions for him. And like I said, Joanna, as I'm going through it, because it's the first book we published. Remember, I told you before, like things that I've learned over the years, and I let him get away with way too many ellipses. I keep highlighting them. I'm like, I'm deleting these. Like I highlight it. I'm like, I'm going back in this manuscript and I am deleting these ellipses. There are way too many. I can't believe I let him get away with that nonsense.
That's funny.
So yeah, it's funny. Yep. And Alicia needs some self-care and reading. Yeah, 100%. Go curl up. You've done the work for today. The kids are at school. You've done this writing work. Go rest and relax. Recover. You're going to have to be there for your dad, so you definitely need some self-care. So, awesome, awesome. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central, for some more word creation.
All right.
Any last words?
Have a great day.